Well, guys, it finally happened. After all this build-up, after all these chapters of Onigashima, and we never really knew what was going to happen, but the outcome's here, and finally it's come to an end. Rhizo has beat Fukuroku. Nah, I'm kidding. Kid and Law beat Big Mom. That's crazy. It actually happened, and I did not expect this to happen. I expected Big Mom to win, and just it just came as a shock to me. I truly did not expect for Kid and Law to actually beat Big Mom, but they did. And obviously, this doesn't mean that she's dead. She's most certainly not dead. I mean, we saw her falling down from Onigashima to the ground, and she was like, oh, Kid and Law, I'll never forgive this for you. Don't think I'll die from this. So she won't die from it, most likely. And she's actually, that's actually an interesting thing. She said, I'll never forgive you, Law and Kid, or whatever she said. And Luffy also wants to beat Big Mom. So, Big Mom now has a grudge against 3 Worst Generation members, because Big Mom also doesn't like Luffy. And she wants to defeat Luffy too. So, that could potentially lead to a possible 3v1 against Big Mom, Kid, the Worst Generation trio, Kid, Law, and Luffy versus Big Mom, whenever in the future. I think that would be a really sick fight to watch. But now Luffy's kind of like 1v1ing Kaido, so I'm not sure how that power scaling would work. But then Kaido also took some damage, so maybe Big Mom will come back. She might even be stronger than before. Maybe she'll unlock a new sort of ability, and she'll just be stronger, and then she'll be like even more of a villain than Kaido was. Maybe it's a nice thought. Maybe like Luffy, the Worst Generation trio, they'll do a 3v1 against Big Mom, and maybe it'll just be a really easy win for them, just to show how much the new generation is kind of taking their place. But getting into the actual chapter itself, it takes place right after the last one, and this one I didn't mention the name. It's chapter 1040, Falling on Deaf Ears, which kind of foreshadows later on. Really cool thing that happened that I actually really liked. But let's just go in chronological order for now. So Big Mom, she tanked the hit from last chapter, which I guess we kind of expected. None of the moves so far before this have really seemed like finisher moves. It just seemed like something to they're putting all of their effort in, Kid and Law, just do some damage against Big Mom, right? But after Big Mom takes the damage, the sword that Law, he extended was really long, reaching all the way to the bottom. But Big Mom, she tanked it, and she didn't fall down all the way. And after that, she got up and she did her Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus? Is that the name of the move? I think it is. Ability where it's like life or death. She did this in the Hokage Island too. But instead of life or death, she did life or slave. So either give her 50 years of their life, or become her slave for the rest of their lives. And just like with Jinbei, Kid and Law, they were just stone cold. They did not flinch at all. They were not afraid to go against an emperor, and I think that was really cool. Although obviously the impact is lessened since we have seen this happen with Jinbei before, as I already mentioned. He also, and I think his scene was a lot cooler. What was it? Like, if I'm gonna be part of the crew of the Pirate King, then I can't be afraid of a mere Yonko, which is such a cool quote. By the way, Law introduces a new extension of his ability called Silence, and it's reminiscent of Corazon. Obviously a big influence in his life, and honestly one of the better characters introduced in Dressrosa. And Dressrosa introduced a lot of characters. But yeah, I love Corazon. Obviously, everyone loves Corazon. You can't not like him. Law's backstory is always great, and it's just such a cool nod to him. I don't know when he would have had the time to get that ability, or maybe in the heat of the moment he just summoned the ability to do it. But I really like it. I feel like more than anything, it shows how versatile of a fruit the Ope Ope no Mi is, because Ope Ope no Mi is just based on the human body and altering it or whatever, right? So the limit it has on what it can do is very little, right? And this just shows it even more, because Law basically copied another devil fruit, right? Who's to say the Ope no Mi has to do with bodies? So who's to say he can't make his own body into rubber and just have Luffy's Gum Gum no Mi, right? So that's just a crazy thing, that Law has one of the best fruits in the series, and obviously we knew that before, but this just ensured it. But while Big Mom's under the silence, Kid gets another damn punk onto her, doing some more damage. Law takes down called Misery. Obviously, but I don't think she's like gone or whatever, because Brooke took her down, or took what's his name? Napoleon? No, not Napoleon. The other guy. What's his name? The cloud, Prometheus, right? Prometheus. No. Yes. No. Zeus. Yes, he cut down Zeus. Yes, the cloud thing. He cut down the cloud thing in Oak Island, and he was fine. Although I don't remember if he was just naturally fine, or if Big Mom like put more life in, not life into him, but like, you know, like used her ability on him. But yeah, but that doesn't really matter whether or not Misery is gone. But Lot cuts down Misery. Kid does another damn punk, and Big Mom just gets like floored down to the next level, because she was already being pushed by that last attack, and one more was enough to, you know, get her down into the armory where Yamato sees her. And Big Mom, you know, she's being petty. She's like, you know what? If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna explode one of these bombs. And so she explodes one of the bombs. But Yamato actually comes in clutch, and she basically saves all of Onigashima by freezing all the other bombs, which is honestly an ability that I completely forgot she had. I forgot that she had, you know, ice powers or whatever, but that's the thing, and she came in clutch. And Big Mom falls down, you know, all the way down to the ground. And we get a text box again that confirms that the victors of the battle are Eustace, Captain Kidd, and the Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. Which, you know, reading it again, I feel like Surgeon of Death is such a cool epithet. It might be my favorite. Honestly, there are a few epithets that could come close to Surgeon of Death. I mean, there's like Dark King Ray Lee. But Surgeon of Death is just so cool. But while she falls down, she does give a little bit of a monologue to Roger, I guess. Talking about how, like, he's the one who started this. It's his fault that all these pirates are coming. You know, he's the one who started this great pirate era. And she actually did show, you know, some interest in the One Piece again, which it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of been out of focus. But obviously Kaido and Big Mom, they also want to find the One Piece. And Big Mom, like, Luffy has some honor to him, like, just going back to the Sabaody arc, where he didn't want to hear anything about the One Piece and where it was and whatever. But Big Mom's like, Roger, why didn't you tell me about the One Piece, bro? Like, I need to know about it. But no, I guess, you know, she's probably not going to give up on her quest for it, though. But it was a really interesting thing to read. And while she monologues, we see two big things. One is Rhizo versus Fukuroku, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And Rhizo wins. Fukuroku is down. Rhizo's the victor. And then, speaking of Fukuroku, you know, we have Orochi. And this is where the mystery of Komarasaki comes back in. Because she does something that causes Orochi to fall down. I don't know if it's like hypnotism. Not hypnotism. But like, it's something with the song she does that has some sort of ability. Kind of reminds me of back in Little Garden. There was the Miss Golden Week. She had the painting stuff that could like alter moods and stuff. That wasn't the Devil Fruit. That was just her own ability. So I'm thinking maybe it could be something here. But is this Hiyori? Probably. I don't know. I feel like it would be really cool if it was Toki. I guess, you know, that kind of goes with the whole One Piece characters never die thing. But actually, I would prefer for it to be Toki, because I think that would be really cool. And just a nice plot twist in the story. But obviously, I don't want like Odin to come back or anything. That would suck. That would suck. But going on to the end of the chapter, we get you know, mention of Zunisha, and he's coming closer. And a big thing that Momo reveals, a big piece of information that he assumedly knows, because Zunisha told him via the what's called, just no, Momo has like the voice of all things, so Zunisha told him about it. Zunisha committed a crime 800 years ago, which we knew he committed a crime long ago. I don't know if the 800 years was already confirmed, but you know, he committed a crime back when was Joy Boy's companion, which is I don't know about all that. I've already said this before in my videos. I am not confident in my knowledge on Joy Boy, you know, Rox, Eam, any of those mystery characters in the series. I am not confident in my knowledge about them at all. But this is crazy because, Joy Boy, I really need to go back and see everything we know about Joy Boy, right? Because there's like bits and pieces, and I don't. Okay, I guess this does give a confirmed timeline to when Joy Boy was alive, I guess. Because I don't know what's been revealed or not. Because I'm not really too into like the Joy Boy conspiracy theory, so he might already have been confirmed to have been alive 800 years ago or whatever. But I don't know. I really hope we get to get more information on this, on Joy Boy, on Zunisha, on what sort of crime he could have committed. Because this does give us a little bit more insight on that. Did Zunisha betray Joy Boy in some way? Maybe. And who's like the person who's bound him by doing it? Is it Joy Boy himself who was punished Zunisha? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But anyway, I love this chapter. So much happened. So much happened. And there is a break next week. But I'd say that's deserved from Oda. He's been, putting out bangers recently. And I feel like this is a pretty good stopping point. I mean, the Long Kid battle versus Big Mom's over. And you know what that means in terms of formatting is that Luffy versus Kaido is probably going to be over soon too. Which, I don't know when we're going to get that Kaido flashback. Yeah, it's either going to be right before it's either going to be like really soon, like in the next couple of chapters, right before Kaido gets defeated, or after he gets defeated. But I feel like it's going to be either one or two. I don't think they're going to do a flashback after he's already like beaten. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really enjoyed this chapter, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.